4 bedrooms on the south coast of Crete. Beautiful sea views, infinity pool. Let's have a look.
So Dion, can you tell me maybe a bit more about the technical specifications?
The house consists of 382 square meters. The plot is just over 5,000 square meters. 4 bedrooms, each with its own bathroom, and they all have a beautiful sea view and a terrace. Then the living room has a fireplace, also fantastic views. I would say this house was really designed for the views. The original owner who built the house almost 20 years ago was a photographer, professional photographer from Scotland, and he really took the framing in mind when designing the house. So you really see that back when you're walking through the house. So the floors, they all have floor heating. It's a good fact to know. We have sliding windows, mosquito screens. The kitchen was recently renovated. The pool was also recently renovated. It now has an infinity edge, and also it has fiber optic lights. So in the night it looks like a starry night, which gives a nice aesthetic boost to the house when you're enjoying a nice evening with friends and a glass of wine.
In general, I see that this house is really nice, taken care of.
The owner, the current owner, who he did all the major works you can imagine. So the pool, the outside areas, the kitchen. I don't see anything on the house that needs any major works in the next decade for sure. Also very important is the fully grown garden. Of course, this property exists for almost 2 decades, so it means that the garden really had time to flourish and grow, and that you can see with all the beautiful trees and the flowers and the other plants that are planted around. So, Felix, we are of course on the island of Crete. For people who don't know Crete, could you give us a little bit the basic information? What do they need to know about this island?
Sure. So Crete, of course, is the biggest island of Greece, which gives one big advantage. We have here 2 large airports, actually 3. Heraklion is becoming the 2nd largest airport after Athens International Airport. So this already means the island, compared to all the other islands in Greece, is much better connected or accessible compared to others. Again, because it is the largest island, of course, we have here also the largest population living year-round on the island, meaning everything is more accessible, not just in the high season.
And of course, we know there's a difference between the north and the south of Crete, right?
Yes, so the north is the most populated area. The land is more flat. This is probably also why people started first building population there. We are now here in the south of Crete, and what makes it very special is the nature and the surroundings. We have here large mountains that are dropping sharply into the sea. Another special thing is also from this property, you can see the sunrise and the sunset from the same balcony. So in the morning, the sun is rising from the left side here. It's moving all the way throughout the day. And in the evening, especially in the late summer, is setting directly in the Libyan Sea. As you can see over there, this is Rafdos Island, and this is really the most southern point of Europe.
And I heard it's very good for camping and free camping. And,
exactly. A small...
Life like in the 80s, I heard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Temperature-wise, we're always a little bit more hot than everywhere else on Crete. So again, this are many factors to say you have here the longest summer where you can...
You mentioned temperature, and that's interesting because of course Crete, even though it's very south in Europe, it's not so warm, right? We have a wind.
Yes, exactly. We have the Meltemi wind here. So there's always, year-round, you always have a little bit of a breeze. For me personally, this is very good because it gets very quickly too hot for me.
I see.
if you have some breeze, yes, it's bearable.
And also this house, I think the architecture was kept in mind, especially this region where we are now, next to the kitchen, next to the living. This is built exactly like that to protect from this northern breeze, right? Correct. So you always have a place to be out of the wind.
Correct. This is something in general special about this house. You always have an area, like you said, that is protected from the wind, but Also, you have always a terrace that is either in the sun or outside of the sun. So it's up to you. You want to drink your coffee in the sun, or you want to cool a bit down and drink it in the shadow.
Yeah, so also from like that terrace over there, you have the sunrise view very well, and then from this side over there, you have the sunset, right?
Sunset,
yeah. That's cool that you can go all around the house and there's terraces all over. Can you tell me a little bit about the cities, the distance to the cities from here, the airports? What else do we need to know specifically for this place where we are, like pharmacies, supermarkets? How far are we from things here?
Yes, so even though it looks like quite remote, it is not. Plakias, which is the next bigger village, is just 15 minutes away from here. You have all the daily amenities that you can think of, starting from supermarkets, pharmacy, hairdresser, restaurants. You name it, you really have everything there. If you're talking now really big city life or so, the next location would be Rethymno, which is from this region here, the capital city. And otherwise we have Heraklion, Chania, which are around about 2 hours away from here, both of them.
So Felix, of course you are a lot in the office in Plakias, just 15 minutes from here. If people want to see this house or want to learn more about it, what are the next steps?
Just reach out to us on elxis.com and we can show you the house.
Thank you very much for showing us this property today. And for you at home watching this, if you want to know more about this property, if you want to have a video call with us or just have some more information, feel free to reach out on our website elxis.com or comment below this video or any other way to send us a DM. You can reach us and we'll be happy to tell you more about this villa. For now, have a good day.